Alright. If you redeem an allied spawn before launching the game, sosig appears in my office. Thankfully not. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Used arm swinger for the first time yesterday to try to save your thumbsticks. It's quite odd. It is a bit different if it's your first time using it. That is for sure. My desktop is a freaking mess. Tell me that that's gonna flip out. Good there. Really didn't see anything new mod-wise. So I don't think you're gonna grab anything on that. What's up, Jess, if that's actually Jess? Can't ever tell anymore. I think I can stop who can use that. I don't know. But the poster's not for sale on the Rust website. I'm not sure. I haven't checked there in a while. Those were sent to me by Lucas from Rust. I think after I did the Rotwieners playthrough on YouTube. They sent that as a thank you. Thanks, Level Math. How hard it is to mod H3? Not hard at all, actually. While this is booting, let me see. That's probably here. Where are you gonna open? I have a video on that. I need to update my redeem. It's this guy here. Terrible link. Dashboard. Cloudbot. Keep meaning to update this, and I always forget. Commands. Mods. We'll do R2MM. So yeah, if you do in a moment here, !mods, you'll get a link to the video that'll show you how to get started with it. So, do I play Project Zomboid? I own it, but I haven't played it. Not in a long time. I picked it up a while ago when it was, I think, super early access. I did see that it was getting popular. I've not tried it since, though. What's up, Ghost? This might not have worked. I don't know if anything's working. Okay, the slow-mo is, so that should be fine. Let me make sure.
Think fast, chuckle nuts.
Okay, yeah. There's that. So that is pulling those in. Cool. We'll see. There might be some goofy stuff. I haven't touched this since last week. Waiting on the changes to be finalized in the experimental branch. RP's doing some other stuff to add a few other variations to this. Plus there's things that need to be fixed from the old IFF types to the new. So wow, dang, it's almost like the max amount. So, but yeah, we'll see what we get going there. It should still be working in some capacity. I don't think I turned anything off, but we'll just run some Ricky random. We'll see if it actually lets us spawn guys in or not. If not, we can do some troubleshooting. If you haven't heard,
Uplink successful. Target system
you guys
detected.
have been on the Discord, you probably saw, but one of the regulars, the real Papa John, was actually in a really bad bike accident. So he won my first giveaway at like 200 subs. I guess he was in an accident on the 3rd, so keep him in your thoughts. I guess he's finally on the road to recovery. He's in physical therapy now, but always sorry to hear, especially with bike accidents, because that can come at you out of nowhere, even if you're a safe rider. He is strong. He will be good. How do you get 762? 762 is from just watching. That is the Twitch one, so just sit and watch. And you get Mosins the same way, 5 for every 5 minutes you watch, and another 5 if you're active in chat during that time. Finally have that down to like a spiel I can just give out. Haven't run limited ammo in a while. Interesting, so that's not triggering.
I'm still here and I still can't stay. I'm almost caught up on the archive channel.
Oh.
Have a wonderful day and slay those hot dogs.
Geo Skirata, tier 3, 17 months. Thank you so much. You're caught up on the VOD channel. Nice, nice. Thank you so much for the tier 3, man. Sticking around so long. This is not the Meat Force, this is just the shorty one. Whatever happened to limited ammo? Really haven't run many of those specifically because the enemy counts aren't that interesting right now. I think just the difficulty curve with limited ammo hasn't quite kept up with how good everybody's gotten at the game in general. That mixed with the fact that we're kind of stuck with Ori. If we want to use the new nodes, so I just really haven't had much of a reason to play limited. If I want to do any good at the first to worst tournament coming up, though, I'll probably have to get a few runs into practice. Sosigs aren't working. Okay, we will troubleshoot that. What mods am I using? I just have the basic ones put in my custom. There was actually a pack that somebody made. It's the essentials. So we'll see why this isn't. So those are spawning. Let me see here.
Advance to next system node and take it.
Object you want to instantiate is null. So it's not instantiating. This only happened when we were on the experimental branch. Didn't change anything. We should not be on experimental right now. Let me double check. Maybe I did. Maybe I booted too soon. That is entirely possible. Sorry for the point wasting going on. If they were on no betas, it means we're on the main branch. We don't want to be on experimental. I have transmitter up and running. It's obviously pulling the names down. The last time we had this specific issue, it was the version of the game we were on. Let me drop out and troubleshoot this real quick. Make sure I'm not missing anything else. Oh, you know what it might be? You know what it might be? I updated some other stuff that may have broken it. So what did I update? That's probably what did it. That is probably what did it. 2 weeks ago, it's not him. What was the new one? Gen Patcher, shouldn't be him. I probably should not have updated everything. I know there was another one that he was using. There's the chat spawner. I bet it's not going to work on the other because he has to do some other crap. Reconfigured, that's fine. If there's anything in Soda Light. 2 weeks ago. Yep, something must have got updated. That's mine. Something must have got updated the past couple days. 4 days ago. So let's see. How would I change the version that it's on? Yeah, I think something. Because the mod scene's about ready to be on the experimental. Let's see what the last ones were. We'll go back one. See if that fixes it. If not, we might just have to run without it today till things get up and sorted. We will see. We are on the right branch, though. Yeah, there's a 5-minute cooldown on the gambles. Can I refund those easily? View rewards, channel points. There a queue, view the collection, costs, Quests queue. How would I refund these? I can only do complete or reject. Interesting. What's up, Menden Dolphin? Dolphine? Alright. We'll see what the next one does. How long until the next one's ready to be redeemed? Yeah, I had RP build this in an awkward time since we're in between stuff. Oh, I had it down to 250. Okay, it's 250. I thought it was much more expensive than that. All right.
Definitely be all the drugs. Like all the bath salts I'm on right now. Woo!
All right. Yeah, I'll have to turn that off then. Lame, but yeah, there must be something in one. There were 3 mods that needed updating, and the one time I shouldn't have hit the update all button. The one time. I'll work with RP to get that sorted. We'll just run some Ricky. Woo! Anyway.
Uplink successful. Target system detected. Take it.
It wasn't our original one we got, right? No, and this is, okay, this is the monitor. That's right. So we got mostly bug fixes in the experimental branch. I've not touched it just yet. But some of the things Anton's talking about doing with the sosig behavior when they're fleeing, jumping out of a window. Looks like it's going to be quite hilarious. Oh no, just got COVID. Yeah, go get some rest. That's what I'd do. Good, other stuff is working.
Override token found.
Picky on the reload. Oh, wow. He's too large to even go there. Oh no. Muscle. Thank you for the 2 gifts out, the Mind Off and Yellow Fox. Thank you, thank you. How are you doing? Torres. Accidentally got that right. Give me a speed letter. Come on.
That's poggers.
Guys do nothing but redeem. Oh, that's the Rex. Nice. I don't think I had the Rex there. Self-defense rate? I don't even know what that means. Yeah, he's gonna do something where they're able to be in a panic mode and take the absolute shortest path possible, which could be out of a window. It'd be hilarious if it works on a second story. You just have sosigs flying out.
Hold on here. Oh.
Well, you're trying. What? Oh, missed. Oh, there's more? Terrible. Worst throw.
Hold successful. Data extracted. 3 override tokens found. Advance to next system node and take it.
It's a weird load we had there. Not too bad, Luke. How about you? One revolver that got boring quick in Battlefield. So a friend posted some stuff about Project Reality. I've not looked into that on my own at all, but the pace of that seemed interesting. This would be a good one to do it at. Union French, the Draco, and Attack VZ with some mediocre magazines.
Wonderful.
A bayonet on it too. I say, does that go on him? Nope, neither. Why is he spawned with that? Strange. Do. Capacity on that's ridiculous. Thank you for the follows. I know why are those not working either. No valid pool could spawn a constructor type for storage. It's tweaker. Something else. Thank you, Pro Zombie Gamer and Evil Kitty Knight for the follows. Welcome. Yeah, I don't know why my Tippy toy doesn't spawn anymore. I need to have just a session where I sit down and troubleshoot all this crap.
No one heard that.
I started blasting.
I wonder if I can get statistics on how many times some of those sounds have been played. I'm quite certain that one is one of the more popular ones. Oh, this got an upgrade because we actually have a front blade. I never really used the revolvers at all in Battlefield. They had a 1911, I used that. If they have a 5.7, I used that. And then I also was getting into the CZs whenever I went back to play before 2042 came out, since I own a couple.
Interfacing with system node. Hold this
And going back and seeing what they did with the
Analyzing system.
5.7's attachments in Battlefield 4 makes me feel disgusting. It's so gross. The ghost rings on that. Freaking ridiculous. Bonk caught like 10k uses in Rotwieners alone. She's got nice mags for this.
Hardened encryption. Neutralized. Encryption neutralized. Advancing to next system node. Analyzing system.
I wonder what else got updated that would break that. I know the dodgeball one got used a whole ton because we ended up making it cost a lot more to fight that. That almost worked. Nice ND.
Swarm encryption.
Almost worked.
Encryption neutralized.
Been relying on that too much as of late.
Data extracted. 4 override tokens found.
Now this is a
Advance to
Draco.
next system node and take it.
Crink would be a would that not be a 545?
Oh dear. Calling my union rep. There. I'm gonna take my 15 minutes.
Override token found.
She one-handed is terrible. We gotta go. What's up, Mustang Knight? Happy to finally get up early enough to watch.
Wonderful.
This is a 762, 39. Birdie Noor, thank you for the follow. I do have an underfolder, AK, yeah. Forget what it's.
Override token found.
Can't remember what exactly it is.
USA approved.
Come on. It's a Yugoslavian, I'm pretty sure. in the best condition. It's got some rust on the back of the underfold side. Not comfortable either. That is for sure. Let's ditch this. Small mags. Keep him controllable.
Override token found. Override token
Wonderful.
found.
Don't get shot so I don't die. Good
Override
call.
token found.
Thank you for the follow, Beard of Rasputin. We just get another Vinterez, but with proper mags. It learned its lesson. Bolty, flare gun. Fosbury? Yeah. You know, break actions all over the place. Hammer falls a little too slow on that guy. Not that you can actually see it at normal speed though. That's being very nitpicky. Very, very. Yeah, let's run with the bolt for a little bit. Why not? We're not that far. That's gonna get me killed.
Found. Override token found. Override
Yeah, it is
token
supposed to do
found.
that. It is a I don't even know what you would call it, but still be. It's a single action. I'm not sure what the actual term is. It's like the Unica though, where it recocks the hammer with that action. I forgot a magazine like a dummy. I'm not sure the actual term for that. There we go. Overkill of a scope.
Can't wait for the weekend cookout.
Nope. Come on.
Let's check this out.
Tactical reloads on
It's over there.
5-rounders. One sosig just shot himself in the head. Cool. Some of the rhinos have that. It's specifically the Unica, if I'm remembering correctly.
What's that?
That has a really long bolt pull.
Calling my union rep.
Wonderful.
Very, very long bolt pull.
Override
Good,
token
good.
found.
Recoil operated? Yeah, that sounds about right. That does sound about right. Thank you for the follow, JK Pancake. Oh, and a random kobold. I missed you. Thank you for the follows. Nothing worthwhile here. We'll save to roll. Semi-auto shooty. Anyone modded in guns from Trigun? I haven't thought about that anime in a long time. Not that I'm aware of. We had a
Interfacing with system.
couple from Anton himself, right? That's a little bit part of the Weeb update. And we got the katana and the body pillows.
Analyzing system.
Narrator 16 months in a row. TTS ain't gonna let that happen. Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Tin Foil, for the follow.
Hardened encryption detected. Neutralized.
Take it out. Come on. Wow, terrible.
Encryption neutralized. Advancing to next system layer.
She closed. Good.
Analyzing system.
Investigating.
Yeah, I'm curious what the actual correct term for that would be. that was a nade that was thrown. What's up, Richard?
Swarm encryption. Neutralized. Encryption neutralized.
Cool.
Advancing to next system lane.
Wish the larger Val mags were in the base game. I forgot that they weren't. We do only have the 20s, that's right. I love this round. So good against flesh. And armor too, actually. Nice for both. Wah.
Recursive encryption detected. Neutralizing. Encryption neutralized.
Alrighty.
Data extracted.
Later, Copperhead.
5 override tokens found.
Mythbuster
Advance to
shot a
next
grenade
system
midair.
node and take it.
Getting a little tired.
I did not see that one.
Darn it! We need to pick a new career.
This is not, but we can get.
Override token found.
But I'm a pacifist.
Come on.
I'll get you next time.
Jerks. Actual jerks. What do we get? Hollows. Nothing special. MJ is there. It's like a pretty lackluster selection.
All the terrible coding mistakes that brought me here. Oh, catch up. I just can't quit.
Override
Good,
token
don't
found.
need any help. Alright, and this is a recycle station. So, Booty you should save this. Good should.
Override token found.
First auto what? EP70. I've never seen this one. Stocked 3-round burst. An odd spot for the 70 or for the safety. Can hear the trigger being pulled 3 times on the burst. Oh, that has a paddle release. Weird. Very weird. No hold open either. Interesting.
Huh?
Huh. Don't think I've ever seen that one before. I should. Okay. All stock. No gun. Of course Ian has a video on it. Just watched his Micron MDX one today. Gold mags on the underfolder.
What's that?
Guess we're obligated.
Hmm? Huh? Over there. What's going on over here?
Not many more. You're coming from the other side then.
It's all getting so dark now.
Hooray
Doc.
for H3.
Doc Joan, 11 months. Welcome back. Hooray for H3 indeed. Thank you. For sticking around. Oh, let's keep him. Drop the Val. Let's say. Why do it that way?
Override token found.
Another
Override
garbage.
token found.
Sjogren. Another underfolder. Not familiar with. Fedorov Obrez. Obrez one. Seems a bit cursed. That seems like it'd be terrible. What's up, Port Giant? How are you? I think I'm officially out of spots to hold crap. Yeah, I've not, I don't think I played enough Battlefield 1 to be familiar with that. I do remember seeing the name in there, but I don't know that I ever used it.
Carnation. Oh, that is good here. What's going on over here?
It seems a pain in the butt to reload.
What's over there?
Curious if that's an older
What's that?
addition to the game. To the mod scene. Alright, all good.
What's going on over here? That is
Good.
Override
Grab
token
you.
found.
Don't have anything that really accepts any pickets any while I'm rolling anything. Good. Awkward sound issue with this. Strange. Doesn't seem to like that. Ah yes, another filled inventory and only uses like 2. Yes, yes. That's me. I like to have them, just in case. Not hurting anything. Not doing score runs.
It's only a flesh wound.
Yeah, strange this gun has an issue with the suppressor on it. That's fine without it. He's not gonna work. That would be gross. That's everything.
Interfacing with system
Ever
node.
mess around with endless runs? Not really. I really haven't since
Analyzing system.
definitely not since the last like redo of them. Or I guess that would be the newer nodes. It kind of gets to a point where once you have a specific, like if you get a drum-fed weapon, you can just kind of keep going until you get lazy.
Recursive encryption
Almost.
detected.
It would be a good idea to actually give them a proper try once. Limit myself to no drum mags.
Encryption neutralized. Advancing to next system
Not
layer.
bad, Morse. Busy at work.
Analyzing system.
That's a cut down one too. Not really much else I can think of that happened this week. Playing some. Still trying to like see if Elden Ring has actually hooked me. I think I'm like 12 hours into it.
That's not like you. Take your time.
Getting kind of frustrated with some of the parts that I think I should be able to progress through. Such a good looking game, but I just don't think Souls-likes are for me.
Stealth encryption detected. Neutralized.
Come on.
Is it really
Over
necessary?
the west.
Think fast, Buckaroo.
Encryption neutralized.
Still good.
Advancing to next system layer.
Endless with limited ammo.
Analyzing system.
This moon bolt form. Yeah, Morse, the sosig ally redeem is busted. I inadvertently hit the update all message in R2 mod manager. And I'm pretty sure that one of the changes that is preparing those systems for the experimental branch to come to main branch, or to come to mod safe branch. no longer functions with that mod. There's still some tuning that has to happen, a couple more features that get put in anyway too, so we'll consider last week a test run of it.
Agile encryption detected. Neutralized.
Wonderful.
Where you at?
Encryption neutralized.
Thank you,
Home successful.
Joe,
Data extracted.
for the follow.
5 override tokens. Next system node. And take it.
This thing is so disgusting looking.
Think fast, Chuckle Nuts.
Wait, go back to the body pillows.
Why? There's so many.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Jackson, your boy, and me. Ugh. Trying to read some of these. Oh no. Tried. Sorry. It'll just be a trail of them. Sorry, the delay. Thank you, Muscle, for the other 2 gifts, Ludacris and Bilbo Saggins.
Wonderful.
Just have to have a designated room for these. Where's the broom we were supposed to get to clean up the range? Use that. Thank you for the follow as well. Bart Poof. Why does my game run like crap? First time here and you're still confused. Yes, I've been here for 6 years and I am also confused.
Override token found.
Good. Alright. Ditch him. Did I drop? Oh, no, I didn't. He's right there. Am dumb, can confirm. Don't need. Don't need. That was an aid. Come on. I know there was a grenade. What the heck? That was weird. Alright. Got rid of those. Keep you.
Override token found. Override token found.
CPU performance for this game is not what it should be and it bugs you. It's a very heavy game to run. There's also always optimization issues that seem to pop up in different scenes at different times for different things, so. Jericho. I didn't realize they looked so close to a CZ. Got that like low profile top slide going on. That is, there's no way. That is it. Wow. That was an odd looking magazine. Feeding up to single stack so low down. Mars Automatique.
Think fast, Chuckle Nuts.
It's got a nice beefy sound to it too. Holy crap. Good.
I heard the weather forecast said something about strange plushy sausages in Japanese maids' outfits.
Now that's what I call high quality H2O.
Oh boy. Oh no. Did I unspawn lock that? I appeared to have. I don't know if this guy's full. He is. Thank you, Muscle, for the other 2 gifts. Yeah, definitely getting some lag. Jesus. Alright, get out of here. Guess we'll ditch you.
Override token found.
I didn't
Override
spawn
token
up for the
found.
Mars. I'll take you. I'm sure I need some sort of heaven.
Think fast, Chuckle Nuts.
Corgi boom. You guys are Is there like 200 of those in here now? Dropping frames because of all those. Thank you for the 2 gifted.
Hey, the weatherman was right.
How strange, usually isn't. Come on.
Override token found.
Thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you, thank you. And for the follow, Master Nutty. Get myself overwhelmed, I have to cheat. Alright. That time was actually an accident. Promise. I'm not even near the middle of my room. How did everything get unspawn locked? Come on. This game looks hella fun. It is. Very much so is. Goofy. Alright.
Override token
Ammo.
found.
Give me something good. All around. What do we get? That's the Mars. What are you firing? Regular 9. I could get unspun here real quick. Wonder if I was in the army. Something really good at this type of movement. No. Nope. Complete opposite. I'm just a nerd who played this a little bit too much. I've gotten efficient with the arm swinger locomotion. That's all. That is all. Alright, nothing. Don't care about tracers for him. AP, yeah. Worst case, we have AP for our AK. Clear that one out of there. Wish it was on the Quest 2 because your PC isn't good. Yeah, it's not only the fact that he doesn't want to make it for Facebook platform, this game just would not run in the same kind of way on a Quest. This is a very CPU intensive game. Very, very, very.
Check this out. Again?
So we got the big open room up here. Missed
So
all
how many
those.
sausage billows can your eye handle?
It's definitely already chugging, but I also do have tons of weapons, so that could be to blame too.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Stupid gas mask. Seriously, with the gas mask.
Over the eyes. No.
Oh no. Thank you, Muscle.
Double down.
We move into Crash Jedi's computer mode.
Think fast, Chuckle Lunch.
Analyzing system.
Doc Jones, thank you for the gift out of the silo. I don't know why it acts like that sometimes, or it'll randomly pick them and only give, I don't know. Did it break? Did it actually break? I think another command interrupted it. Oh, boo.
Self-description detected. Neutral.
Wonderful.
grab the thing.
It's raining sausage. Hallelujah, it's raining sausage. Oh yeah.
I'm out of gas.
No, I seen you. I'm surprised I even had rounds left for that. I don't know why that one broke. Oh, maybe it didn't. I don't know what's going on. How much longer till I'm an unstoppable war machine capable of more than Neo? I've got another 9,000 hours ahead of me before I'm actually proficient at the game. Yeah, come on. Oh, that just flips out. Oh no, oh no, nope, nope, nope.
Football and fears.
Yep, that was right. I'm dead. So very dead. Yep. Perfectly timed. Alright, somebody did redeem hydration. I was just in the middle of... I thought I grabbed the water. Yes, I did. Holy crap. Yeah, a few too many sosig body pillows. Pingus. Beginning to believe. Try looking at a spoon really hard. Any VR games you suggest to practice in before you get your hands on H3? Hard to suggest anything that's gonna make you any better at H3 itself because the control scheme is so
I heard
unique.
Morrisley is secretly a sosig infiltrator, studying our best and brightest.
So yeah, there's not really too much. Honestly, any shooter one will at least get you in the mindset of how it's gonna handle, but even the virtual stock is a little bit unique. Honestly, just getting used to moving in VR in general should be the largest help.
Think fast, Chuckle Nuts.
Really should be. Oh, what are we at? Cool. Let's do one on Northwest. I can open a window. I actually, how many do we have? What are we looking like here? Cool. All right, so this is the top end of it. So, I have to speak with y'all about something. As we're moving closer to summer, we're going to be looking to purchase a house and everything that goes with that. I'm going to be changing the streaming schedule. I don't know when this is going to happen. It's going to be right away. But I'm going to be only doing Sundays during the weekend. I have to find a weekday. I still want to do at least 2 a week. But we're not going to have the Saturday ones anymore. I'm assuming the earliest would be not till May or so. But I'm just trying to give as early as a heads up as possible. So we'll be down to 1 day on the weekends. I know. But
Uplink
such is life.
Target system detected. Take it.
So that'll be coming at some point. I didn't want to scare people away too soon, but I didn't want to drop anybody, especially if Musk was here throwing out
Wonderful.
subs. So it's going to be at least a month away. But that will be coming at some point. Thank you, Pete Powell, for the follow. I did not. Did I turn on the item spawner? I meant to. Otherwise, I gotta wait for a roll. I did not. Let's restart this. Let's restart this. Ba-dum-bum. But yeah, hopefully that lets me also put a bit more time into the mods themselves, and we can have a more entertaining and maybe a little bit longer streamed on Sundays. Even sometimes with the two-hour streams, I feel like I'm kind of fighting to make it entertaining. Let's roll back to Ricky and back to here. So, yeah, same time. Yeah, it'll be the same time on the weekends. The weekday ones will be
successful.
at a later time.
Target system detected. Take it.
Since I still have a day job, but so there's no way that was 6. Good there. Nice pick. Support loco. Do. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what works. Ah, crap. Forgot to turn the grapple tweak stuff off. Where's the setting for that? But I can just reload. Sorry. That's in R2 on the config editor. Probably have to look for grapple. Grapple tweaks. Or is that better grapple? It's probably better grapple. Grapple gun range. Default's 300. Maximum 15, 35. Those all look like they're default.
Shuriken RPG ho. Hashtag bring Shuriken RPG back.
Why is this? Wonder if I have to just disable this one. Force, because everything's default here. I really don't like the grapple with this. Turned back to being so easy to pull the first time. Increases the range. I'm guessing it's better. I'm gonna disable the essentials. We'll have to do. I'm gonna reboot this real
Think
quick.
fast, chuckle nuts.
If this actually works. Game is still running. There we go. See if this breaks anything. G-Man Rules, thank you for the follow.
Now that's what I call high quality H2O.
Oh!
That's still one of the better ones. I have to fix the sound. I keep forgetting to fix the sound. Tell me this is gonna crash now because I decided to remove that. It's probably still on cooldown for a couple seconds. Did this crash or is it still starting? It's still starting. Okay, cool. Alright, give us one more try.
That's poggers.
Guys can almost have an entire conversation just across that. Alright, enabled. I actually got it right this time. What's up, Miner?
Uplink successful. Target system detected.
Oh, boo.
Take it.
Keep you.
Wonderful.
See if this works. Alright, so we do have tweaks. Thank you for the follow. Soldier crowned. Yeah, that feels better. That feels better. Just the mass. Making it rain shurikens at them.
Double.
You gonna make shuriken shotgun now?
Override token
waiting.
found.
Well, we're waiting. Must be something with the collision inside of the RPG that actually allows that to happen. Because I'm betting it's a hollow tube in there with a proper collider. Nope, you guys can't do it. No faith. Hollows, no thank
Now
you.
that's what I call high quality A2O.
Oh!
This is cumbersome, to say the least. A camel pack would be more convenient. Goodness, goodness.
Think fast, Chuckle Nuts!
Can't win with you guys. 1, 2. I want to see one of those hit him.
Just remember 5 D's of dodgeball. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Don't worry, I got it. Seems to be a weird lag with them taking a shot and then dying. This uses 7-gauge triple hit.
Interfacing with system node.
That's what it has on me at least, but it's 7-gauge.
Analyzing system.
Gave you too much power, yes. That does not seem to be zeroed correctly. Now then again, I'm sure the water bottle suppressor isn't helping. Literally shooting really, really low. Doesn't have that much deviation to it.
Encryption detected. Neutralized. Encryption neutralized. Hold successful. Data extracted. 3 override tokens found. Advance to next system node and take it.
Not getting full powder burn on the shoddy. I feel like it shoots pretty low. I need to grab both of these. Holy crap.
Override
Terror
token
already.
found.
These are good irons. They are, they are. Don't need you. It's not even what I need at all. So on to the next.
Time out for me, I guess.
Have to nab him, but that works too.
Crunchy, eh?
Override
Good,
token
good.
found.
And this is just an ammo station, so no roll away. Again with the hollows. Again with the hollows. I mean, it would at least be worth it, considering how early we are. Cool. We'll roll one more thing. M1, A1, M2. I can't ever remember the naming convention on these. I don't know why I'm so stupid. I think it's the M1A1 for some reason. And there's our giggle. Forward. Okay, that's why. Forward is full auto. Why am I spinning so much today? Yeah, I know that the full auto is just the actual I think that one is the M1A1 instead of the M2. I don't know why I can't keep that in my head right. No idea.
What's going on over here?
We got another one.
Huh?
Interfacing with system node. Hold this position.
Doesn't help the U.S. named everything M1. Yeah, I'll blame them on that one. This is a 30 carbine. The swing is so good. I love it. So much fun to grapple with that. Where are you at, guys? Taking your sweet old time.
Hardened and neutralized.
Boo. This is definitely shooting low. It's super weird.
Advancing to next system lane. Analyzing system.
This might be one of the weaker holds on the map. You're so far back in, they don't have really aggressive ways to get to you. You can be almost completely safe back in the rock, and you can see most of them if you peek your head up over the top of it, I'd imagine. And again, there isn't a strong side to do that on. It's kind of flat here. Oh wow, and I'm almost dead. They say this one's too easy.
Encryption detected. Neutralized. Encryption neutralized. Hold successful. Data extracted.
Lots of
4
M1,
override
lots and
tokens
lots.
Found. Advance to next system node and take it.
Oh, that was almost a good one to swing with. Let's see here. Perfect. Beautiful. I love it. Floor is lava. Turn on and check bullet trails. I always forget about that as an option. That is DK is fine, yes. Let's say right there. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm shooting. Yeah, that is way low. Because I'm trying to shoot it like that corner there. What's up, Steamy? There's a better point that I can try and hit at. Right at the top of corner of that bridge. Yeah, those have a lot of drop to them. I'm currently firing the hollows, but I was firing the FMJ before that. That's standard FMJ there. Yeah, that is definitely on the low side. that off. What about the water bottle? I thought it was causing the aiming issues. But I had it off. And I luck out with no health.
Override token found.
Beautiful. What do we get here? Tracers, this will at least help me out. Alright, next one is right up around the corner. Yeah, it's entirely possible. There's a specific multiplier that goes on it. Oh yeah, for sure. It is not even trying to aim in the same spot. There goes that. Boo-doo-doo. Recycle station. Get rid of you nerds.
Override token found.
Don't need. Don't need.
Override token found.
Wonder if a site would fix it. Comp? Interesting comp. Foregrip. Yeah, I don't want to ghost DR. That's too much. Too much. And thus he only received suppressors and magnified optics. Let's add some more height over bore. Can't tell if it's better or worse. Worse with the performance, that's for sure. We're gonna rid of you.
Override token found.
Let's see how this goes. Alright, yeah, you guys are on a shuriken timeout. I gotta find a way to stop that message from showing. The other scope's gonna be even worse. I don't want any magnifieds on this. The heck was that? Oh. Yeah, I'll have to move that to a different system. I'll just put that in the Mosins instead so it doesn't constantly show up. It's up top.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bah, bah. Time to file my workers' comp.
Nothing. Try squinting harder.
Override token found.
That'll help. What do you mean, EXOY? Don't want that. Nope. Too much. I won't be able to pull this off. Oh, maybe I will.
What's over there?
This game's just kind of laggy in general. Oh, it's just not shooting where it's supposed to, that's all. It's kind of hard to see the tracers in this lighting, but shooting way low, and this is even with the suppressor off. I thought that he had worked on these at some point. It's all the health I got back, literally. Yep. kind of frustrating. Yeah, I thought that he had fixed something with that gun
Uplink
recently.
successful. Target system detected. Take it.
Do. Come on. No, wrong one. Oh, this one's way over there. Slow-mo turns cold-blooded murder into art, indeed. What's up, Raffle? Probably won't be able to pull this off, but... Nope. Gripsman, thank you for the prime. Welcome. Welcome aboard. Enough oomph behind those shots to do anything.
Override token found.
Come on. Alright. High power. That VP70 again. And a 320? 350. This is the old one, right? That has some issues, so we're probably gonna main him. I'm not really gonna bother with him too much. This would be him. So let's do move you up to there, you back. This should be good. And then mag upgrades don't need. What mods am I using? I don't really have a whole bunch installed. I have my custom Twitch hook ones for the slow-mo and stuff. And then the mod essentials pack, which has like the grapple tweaks. The one that tells you how much is in a magazine when you inspect it. I need to get the take and hold quality of life one back in. I actually enjoyed that. Helped communicate info to you guys. Model 10 has the same issue. No matter how you look down the irons, it shoots low. No, the bullet rain I actually finally got rid of. It's commented out, so it still exists in the code, but it's not active. What I actually did with that is that's what I used for the shurikens instead. So I took that cone spray and I just applied it to the shurikens, and I have it doing a button press, but it's going on update. So depending on how many frames you get lucky with actually drawing, you can get from like 3 to freaking 20 actual shuriken spawning.
What's that? Calling my union
Him.
Interfacing with system node. Hold this position. Analyzing system.
You mean third person? Come on. Did I get them? Favorite high capacity weapon?
Static encryption detected.
Anything?
Neutralizing.
Specific asking for rifles or?
Encryption neutralized. Hold successful. Data extracted.
I was gonna apply it to that too, but I figured that'd be a bit
Override
much.
tokens found.
That might actually cause some things to crash.
Advance to next system node and take it.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, there's a spectator camera that we can set up to do that. I tend to not to because I still want to have the first person stuff on screen, and there's not really a bunch of real estate to work with. I haven't found a way that makes it work well. Also, anxious about making people motion sick from it. Captain Jimmy, 33-month streak. Holy crap. Ridiculous. Welcome back. How are you?
Over there. What? Party. Oh, well, that ends well.
Come on. And down it goes. Come back yet? Did not. What do we have? Ammo station.
Override token found.
Yeah, the tokens like to go through the floor, but they're once they reach the bottom, they'll drop back down from the top and appear. Common issue. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I'm gonna stick with my FMJs, I think. So someone added a spawnable green screen. Yep, that is actually one of the other ones I have installed. I've been making my YouTube thumbnails with it to try and make them a little bit more interesting, which has not helped at all. About ready to just give up on YouTube. You don't give them exactly what they want. They want nothing to do with serving you to people, even subs. Don't have a weapon to take this fight. Oh boy. Gonna get myself shot again. So fun to swing on that. Everything does suck. That's just frustrating because it used to be a nice reliable source of income. But again, if you don't want to run an ad every 30 seconds in your video, then you're even further down on their lists.
Override token found.
I love to reload during a battle.
Nope. Screwed it up. Stay with me. I'm back. That's all I got for you. All I have is pistols. I don't have a whole bunch to work with here. Where is our second one? Yeah, I experimented with the YouTube short stuff for a bit, but I actually got a bunch of negative feedback from the sub base about it. I keep losing more people than I gain on it. And for me, it does make sense because I really don't have, like, I don't have these grand ideas for another dumb reloads. I come up with individual ones, and a little bit more sporadic. I don't want to wait to have a whole bunch to put them together and then decide that an old one doesn't look good. I'd rather release one that I'm pretty happy with in the moment. I have one right now, actually, that I did. I was considering the same thing. But also, can't make everybody happy kind of thing.
Guess I'm dead meat. Oh.
I guess I could do those on my second channel, because I don't think that they get... I can tell them to not get served to subs. That'd be an interesting thought.
Analyzing system.
Coolest moment I've had in H3VR. Boy. I say probably a lot of mod related stuff. Well, no, okay. The coolest moment that I've personally had was after I finished Rot Wieners and saw my name in the credits for helping to test it. Otherwise, it's hard to pick a specific action moment. I played so much Taken Hold. Getting lots of the boards early on was fun. Pretty sure he shot him for me. Alright. Come on. Boo. Terrible.
Advancing to next system link. Analyzing system.
Stealth game mode. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that seems like would be now in the realm of possibilities with the new AI improvements, for sure. Interested to see what he comes up with. Saving up for Quest 2 and getting Pavlov. Just saw something about Pavlov. I need to jump back into that. Actually just saw that Into the Radius is getting an audio update, which was one of my last major gripes about that. I really won't have an excuse to not play it. Stand there and bleed out of the head and it's fine.
Swarm encryption detected. Neutralized.
Am I hitting his gun over and over again? Can I just not aim today? I think it's that. Alright. Another one way down at the end here.
Guess I'm dead meat. What's going on over here?
Encryption neutralized. Hold successful. Data extracted. 4 override tokens found. Advance
Among
to
Us
next
map.
system node and take
R2 mod manager. Oh man. You have an issue with what they've shown of that audio update. What's that, Tally? I only saw the one teaser of it. I think I saw that there were 2, but I've only watched 1. No Among Us. Among Us. Can't believe it's still a meme. It's posted in more often on the meme channel on Discord sometimes. Come on. Boo. Thought I was gonna be able to make that for some reason.
Double.
Terrible.
Again?
Not you. Phew. Another one that goes through the ground. What do we get? Ammo. At least get some better 9. That's 40. Oh, high powered taking some plus pressure rounds. Large difference between the old audio files they use for picking up stuff, which is super echoey compared to the new bolt cocking sound, which is obviously indoors. So they're not doing like any kind of sound staging based on different areas. You mean? Yeah, I've only seen the one of the actual gunfire. That was my big gripe, was the gunfire itself. The rest, I don't remember a whole bunch jumping out, so I could see that being an issue. I'll have to take a look. Let's see if I can pick up the difference there. I get where you're coming from. This is not Pistol Zone Estranius. I just happen to have only gotten pistols so far.
That's a doozy.
Oh, I forget a token back there. I did, I think. Come on, give me health, man. Okay, cool. Finally have a recycle station. Get you out of here. I just wanted to use a recycle station beforehand because I'm already kind of maxed.
Token found.
SG 5104. There's a backpack case in the back. Tower sights do go down for no reason. PL14. PL14. Gross mag 7. RPK? Yes. And a sound check. Back to pistols only run. Love the sound check. I can ditch these guys. Just used an AK, so I'm gonna ditch him. Got this nice 510 to try out.
Override token found. Override token found. Override token found.
Alright, I think
Override token found.
I'm good with that.
Override token found.
Order anything? No. Yeah, not super familiar. I think I've used it before, but yeah, I do remember that second set of sights. That is such a goofy top to that. This is what, 51? Most likely.
Think fast, Chuckle Nuts.
Override token found.
Yep. Several. This is down below. Forget how large some parts of this map are.
What?
Using the wrong iron sight. Alright, nothing. Not even health to help me out. Oh, he doesn't have an attach point. Actually fits pretty well. Need, I got rid of. I still have. Weird that that's backwards. It's not actually, it just looks like it. And I don't think I need him. Nope. I doubt that he accepts anything. Oh, he does. He does have a rail. Beautiful. Not gonna. Yes. Cool. That helps me out. Wish stocks fit on the AR-18 pistol variant. I love that gun. That one has been so much fun to use. Much better. These using proprietary magazines? No, just Fowler. Okay. Just foul mags. Boom.
Interfacing with system node. Hold this position.
Switzerland service rifle in the 50s and 60s. Got him. But not really. What's up, Skitty?
Hardened encryption detected.
Where? Oh.
Encryption neutralized.
New mag release.
Advancing to next system layer. Analyzing.
Still used
system.
today in competition. As long as you have the points, Deadly. ACOG might not be bad on this thing. Not that it should be able to accept it, but... Boom.
Swarm encryption detected. Neutralized. Encryption
Thank you
neutralized.
for the slow-mo.
Advancing to next system layer.
Yeah, I could see maybe up here, but the rest
Analyzing system.
don't have a very STG look going on. Just throw them both away. Surely the stock will make me that much more accurate. But not really.
Neutralized. Encryption neutralized. Hold successful. Data extracted. 5 override tokens found.
You good to go, almost
Advance
dead.
to next system node and take it.
As always. This is SG 510-4, Skitty. Yeah, Agiles will be next. Trying to time it to help out. I got you. I think so, right? Maybe not. Stealth first. Maybe the end of the next one. I don't know anymore. Mm. Doot.
I'll get you next time. Huh? Oh, goodness.
Override has been found.
Just to get a couple health out of that. What do we have? Ammo station. Anything good? AP will help out. Nothing better for the sound check, though. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to make this one. Boo. Would have been good.
No time.
This is a mag upgrade. Incredibly ugly. I actually think it's got kind of a nice aesthetic going to it. Aesthetic. Cannot speak today. Get myself killed. Blow that up yet in case it's health. It scared the crap out of me.
Override token.
Thank you. Alright. Oh, there we go. That looks like a good compromise. Height over bore is going to be a bit extreme here, but that will be nice to have. And a recycle station. So what else we got going on? Speak of the devil. He'll take 50s, but I'm gonna be lame and not take the drum mags. Drum mags are boring. I'll take that. Don't care much for the incense rounds, but well, technically should be able to load these guys, right? Yep, perfect. Proper sniper. Okay. And stop. Universal. Yeah, I'll put a Brahmin on it. It'd be a good one. Now we're talking. Right about there. Whoa. That is so quiet. Sounds like somebody taking a picture. And where? Back. Okay. YOLO sight plus magnifier. Sounds terrible.
Well, that was something. Finally, a day off.
Alright. Let's see if we got anything long range to shoot. Come on. DARPA called, they want their prototype back. Sounds like a typewriter. I don't know if I can see him from up here. Definitely cannot. Where did you go? Oh. I see the other one walking down along the side there. He's gonna keep pushing it, or is he gonna stay? There he is. Why'd you slow down, buddy? Get yourself killed. M40's a good boy. Whenever we don't get it in the indoor map, that's the only place I hate it, is the indoor, because we're forced. Forced to have that scope. This is the quietest rifle. Goodness. Yeah, that was a good pull. Good job.
Interfacing with system node. Hold
Quiet
this position.
stapler.
Analyzing system.
Is the noise you get out of suppressed gun depending on the can or gun, or are they just suppressed and not suppressed sounds? Depends on the gun. So each gun has a suppressed and unsuppressed sound.
Nap time! Coordination.
Recursive encryption detected. Neutralizing.
What's nice, I think, is that since Anton does a lot of his sounds independent of each other, whenever you put a suppressor on, you're actually only muzzling
Advancing to next
the
system
sound
node.
of the gunfire itself instead of the entire weapon. So you still get the same mechanical noises, you're just making the output quieter. I keep thinking I can shoot through these tents. Thank you for the follow, Datus Oblivion.
The last four.
Yeah, that could be it, that we're actually only hearing. Maybe there's something missing, but this doesn't have a suppressed sound to it. It could be an earlier weapon from the mod scene, and just doesn't have a suppressed sound attached to it, so we are only hearing the action. Come on. Barrel's long enough that it's easy to point aim with. My controller wants to cooperate.
Encryption neutralized. Advancing to
So the
next
music being all
system
funny, that is most likely your browser. If you go into the settings on the stream under quality, and then I think advanced, you want to turn off low latency mode. Constant sounds like music seem to get tripped up over that. That should fix it. I don't know why that's been an issue for so long. What's up, name should be? Good there.
Really need to look at new career.
Yeah, I quite like this platform. Pretty sure we're cheating with having the scope on top, but it has a little bit of a rail system, it looks like. No, it doesn't. It's not actually railed, it's just rounded. Oh yeah, this is definitely missing a gunshot.
Hold successful. Data extracted. 5 override tokens found. Advance to next system node and take it.
Yeah, it's missing a suppressed sound. That's fun. Yeah, I've been seeing that here and there, Earl. I don't know why it pops up sometimes and why it doesn't others. I don't know if it's a codec thing or a quality thing, but I ran into that myself. Almost had a good one, but that got worked. This way. A little too much momentum. It's not actually supposed to work like that. There are other bespoke attachment systems, I'm sure, but a lot of the mod stuff just has a Picatinny rail hidden on it. Just because it can. Thank you for the sub. Thank you, Starbucks Coffin. I'm actually gonna die here. Yep, there it is. Crap. But alright, we're at 2 hours, so loud up here. I guess for goofing off so much with that. I'm gonna call it there today. Yeah, sorry Bararoni, just calling it for the day. Apologize. Everybody always seems to come right at the end here. But we'll be back tomorrow, same time. Yeah. And I'll see if I can do something about getting the sosig redeem working again. I don't know what I screwed up, but we'll get it figured out. So, take it easy. Have a good Saturday. If I don't see you tomorrow, see you next weekend. Peace.
Just remember the 5